In this video, we're going to look at surds. Now, a surd is just a special type of number that you will have already seen when doing many different types of equations, including, very commonly, Pythagoras' theorem. So we're going to look at just at a few of these square roots. So basically, there's when a square root is involved. So surds are the square root of a non-square number. So for example, root 3 is not a square number, so when you do square root of 3, it's not going to work out nicely. Likewise, 51 is not a square number, so when you do square root of 51, it would not work out nicely. So these are two examples of surds. It says here in this question, circle the values below that are surds and evaluate any values which are not surds. So the first one we've got is root of 25. Now 5 times 5 gives you 25, so the square root of 25 is 5, so it's clearly not a surd. Okay, root 26. 26 is not a square number, so root of 26 will be a surd. Same idea, 32 is not a square number, so root of 32 will be a surd. 64 is a square number, so if you did the square root of 64, you would get 8, as 8 times 8 gives you 64. 101 is not a square number, so the square root of 101 is a surd. Likewise, 117 is not a square number, so the square root of 117 is a surd. This next thing says here, it says surds and pi are used to provide exact answers to questions. So if you use a surd as opposed to, like here, for example, we had our root of 26. Root of 26, you could work that out to be 5 point whatever it happens to be, but that is taken away from the power of the surd. So the power of the surd is that it's perfect. Root of 26 is the exact answer. So if you use root of 26 as opposed to using rounding to a certain number of decimal places, you're keeping your answer more precise, more exact. So we're going to look here at how we can actually use these. So surds and pi are used to provide exact answers to questions. You will always be told when to give an exact answer. So when you see the word exact, you need to either leave it in terms of pi or leave it in terms of a surd. Example 16 says, find the radius of a circle whose circumference is 50 centimeters. Give your answer in terms of pi. Right. Mentions circumference, mentions radius. I'm going to write down C is equal to 2 pi r, and I'm going to fill in what I know. We're told the circumference is 50, so that's 2 times pi times r. So then that means 50 divided by 2 pi is equal to r, and you could cancel that down a wee bit. Top and bottom divide by 2 to give you 25 over pi. But that is as good as you can go if that's a perfect answer, and that is your answer. Just give it units, that's going to be centimeters. Example 17 says, solve x squared plus 5 is equal to 20, giving exact answers. Okay, I'll write that again. X squared plus 5 is equal to 20. Just going to bring that 5 over to the other side. I'll have x squared equals 20 minus 5. Tidy up, that'll be x squared is equal to 15, which means x is equal to the square root of 15. And that's what a lot of people write down, which is half right. You have to remember it's plus or minus the square root of 15. And that is an exact answer. Example 18 says, what is the exact length of the diagonal of a square whose sides are 7 centimeters long? Let's do a diagram to help us here. Here is a beautiful square. It is 7 centimeters, got 7 centimeters side, so that side's 7 centimeters, so is a vertical one. And I want to find the diagonal. I'm going to call this diagonal x. And this is a right angle, so I've now created here, I have created a right angle triangle. So I can use Pythagoras' theorem. So the hypotenuse is x, so x squared is equal to 7 squared plus 7 squared. Let's just tidy up. That's x squared is equal to 7 times 7, or 7 squared is 49, plus 49, which means x squared is equal to 98. And that means x is equal to the square root of 98. And if you do that on your calculator, it will come out as, if you do square root of 98 and press equals, it will come out as 7 root 2. We do not need to know at this stage why that is. We just need to know that we write our answer as 7 root 2, and that's it. Okay, last thing it says in our notes on this topic, it says, these questions are dropped in throughout the module in classwork, homeworks and tests. They are common on non-calculator papers. Okay, but you can see in the last one there, I used my calculator to get a nicer answer. Instead of square root of 98, it was 7 root 2. So I was using my calculator there, but you need to be able to use them both times, calculator or non-calculator. So if you see exact, you leave your answer in terms of a surd, or you leave it in terms of pi.